high, but you know,
And
it's
why?
gonna be a great time here with all of you on the Sammies of Beer podcast.
Why is that? Why is it the best?
Well, because a lot of the past ones, I don't remember because I usually drink too much. So this will be the best one that I remember.
No, you're not gonna remember this one either.
No, probably not. But so that means the next one will be the best one.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. We're running close. You brought something up to me recently, and it makes me very happy. In that we are just a little over a month shy from our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, that's a lot of podcasts.
Now, if you remember, it's 52. Well, 51. 50. 51. 50.
Yeah, I think we missed one.
Did we miss one for your grandma?
No, I think we just moved it. Did we? Yeah, we might have missed one that week.
So
I think so.
50 to 51. If you don't, for the viewers that don't remember, Matt actually promised to pierce his nipples if we made it a year. So have a surprising time. I'll link that later, obviously.
You will not.
Oh yeah.
You have a better chance of getting me to get a tattoo.
No, we're gonna do the pierced nipples. We can do pierced nipple tattoos, where it's like a tattoo of a piercing on your nipple.
No, hard pass.
I think it'd be great. Anyways,
and it's not even like the pain of it or anything like that. Like that really doesn't bother me. It's more, I just don't want a nipple piercing.
they're not fun. They hurt. They hurt men more than women. Fun fact.
Well, we don't have babies that chew on ours, so.
It's true. Or grown men that chew on ours.
Yeah. Well, we don't, but that's not all men.
That's fair. Some people like it. Me, they're sensitive. They're very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I had a problem when I used to do a lot of long distance running that they would bleed.
I can see you being a bleeder.
Yeah, it was not fun. Band-Aids or moleskin.
So the one time you did a long distance run?
I used to actually be in cross country. I would run like a lot.
McFarland, USA.
That was not a good. I don't know why I did it. I hated every minute of that sport. Like every single time I went to practice and to meets, I hated it.
It's not
fun.
No.
Not a single thing about it was fun. I cannot look back fondly at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you.
But oh well. Times have passed gone. Today we're talking about food, which could be fun, interesting.
Food.
But
we don't even have the chef with us.
I know he's yeah. Which I mean that's probably good. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah. Maybe not.
But
it was weird thinking about the questions that you asked me because you're like, what are these? And I'm like, well, how would I know? I live here, so they're just normal foods to me.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and what brought it up to me is that I'm doing a really nice gift for the family this year, and I'm compiling grandparents' recipes on both sides and siblings' recipes because we all kind of make our own things, and I'm making a recipe book for everybody. There's a web. I'm not personally making it. There's a website. You just type everything in. It's very easy, but I felt like that was something really cool, and I think that's something maybe you should get into. Like start your the family generational recipe book starts with you. Honestly, if you don't have one, starts with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I told you how my grandma made her hamburger.
Yeah,
love my grandma. Rest in peace.
That's why I said it starts with you. Starts with you, man.
We were never excited to go over there and get supper. We always loved going over there and seeing her and stuff, but cold pork and beans is not where it's at.
No.
They're supposed to be warm.
But you know what I mean? You can start that because you guys have some really good recipes.
Yeah. My wife has a lot of the recipes. I just cook meat.
Do you not? I mean, like, think about it. It's what happens if you, like, a year from now you die. Right?
And they're going to be like, oh, we don't get any more of Dad's sweet meat.
Then like, one day, Lincoln's, like, 15 and he's looking and he's thinking about, oh man, maybe I should learn how to cook because that was that age when I got interested in cooking, and he finds the recipe book, and there's just like, this is Dad's smash burger recipe, and it's cool. It's cool. It's easy, yes. Or like, I mean, your pork shoulder, your brisket, like all of these things. That's a lot, and it's hard.
But I'm constantly changing them is the hard part. Like I'm always doing different things. Like I haven't nailed them down.
Have a standard. Just this tastes good. This right here tastes good, and then you can improve upon it if you want to. Put sticky notes. Who cares? But like this right here, if you make it, you're gonna be happy with what you're eating. That's what matters. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's really cool, and I got real into it. I went down a rabbit hole with it for a while. I'm actually gonna be spending. It's making me.
You want to know something fun to do with your nephews? With just like how you're talking about like writing down recipes and things like that. Ask them to write you a detailed instructions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Really? Okay.
Because you think about it, like it's really interesting. It can help them. I did it with my sons just to show them like how different instructions can be viewed differently. Like you assume something, like you say get 2 pieces of bread, put the knife in the peanut butter. Okay, well I just threw my knife into the peanut butter. And they're like, no, you gotta do it like this. Well, how am I supposed to know that? I'm reading your instructions on telling me what to do. Ask them to just detail you how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then try to follow it to the exactly what they say. Don't take anything for granted, and it's fun.
That sounds fun. I think I'll do that. I did do the spaghetti and meatballs with him. The table spaghetti.
Oh, where you just put spaghetti all over the table?
Yeah, you put the tablecloth down, the throwawayable one. You put it on there. They had a blast. They thought it was the coolest thing. It's just no dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But today we're going to be talking about interesting foods that we've eaten, different culinary experiences, and then weird foods. Because everyone has a weird thing that they like to eat. Mm-hmm. Everyone. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to be going into today. I will tell you about my eating dog, guinea pig, and horse experience.
I bet horse is good.
No, we eat the animals we eat for a reason, is what I've discovered.
Well, yeah, obviously. There's a reason that cow became the most popular.
Yeah, it's... There's a reason. But we'll get into it and some of the cool foods, Just wanted to warm them up to eating food. Today's brought you by Jack Daniels, because that's just what I had on hand.
Your 19 friends at the different liquor stores didn't call you and tell you to come in and get...
No. So the guy hasn't really gotten anything in. He's ordered stuff, but like Blanton's hasn't come in yet. Buffalo Trace hasn't come in yet. So I'm like, and he recommends stuff to me, but after that last one, which is still here, by the way, I still have the Penelope. You
almost got it gone.
I've been working really hard at it. This is all right. This plus this. Come on. Can't beat it.
Jack and Coke.
Can't beat it.
Well, do you want to go first, or would you like me to?
I want to go first.
Okay.
And it's going to be a positive one first. I want to end in the go fuck yourself.
All right.
So, and it's part of a story, but this shot goes out to all the women in their 60s and above that are still out there playing these streets. You go, queen. My partner was very nice to one of the patients we had, and I will say, for a 60-year-old, I thought she was in her early 40s. That's how good looking this lady was, right? Her husband had died 2 years ago from a heart attack, and she proceeded to tell us all of her escapades, the singles cruise she went on. She's just out there living it. And then she proceeded to give her number to my partner.
Nice.
She's old enough to be his mom, and he did not care. So here's to you, and here's to all those women like that. God bless you. Oh.
Well, because we are getting close to the year mark, I think I actually did this one last year, but I believe that they need another one, and there's not going to be enough of the shout-outs for these people. This is to all the teachers out there with kids going back to school. It's going to be rough for you for the next 9 months. So, you know what? Best of luck to you. Cheers.
That is rough. That is real rough. And you don't get paid shit for it.
You get summers off.
Yeah, you do get summers off. But I will say, as a young adult, as a adult, I guess now, not even a young adult, I still remember the teachers that had a big impact on me. We've talked about that before. Those are people you remember for the rest of your life, good or bad. So
yeah, and I don't know. Only working. I mean, it might be different where you're at. In fact, I heard of some different. I mean, there's different areas, but like up here, they literally work 9 months a year.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't stop. Doesn't even on off time. Doesn't stop.
What?
Teaching, grading papers, lesson plans, and stuff. Doesn't stop.
Yeah, it does.
They live in the school, don't you know?
Just ask them. They'll tell you.
Oh yeah. I have a pretty good one for my hate, and actually referencing someone very specific. I'll call him out for it.
All right, well, call them out.
And I might make
call them out.
I'll probably make your wife mad at this, but I'm gonna just say it anyways.
That's fine.
This shot is against to all of you grown ass men and women who don't like sushi. Grow up. It's time to grow up and just eat sushi like the rest of us. Okay, it's delicious. My brother, the sushi place that we eat at the trailer park, it's the name of the bar, whatever, is phenomenal. They just changed their menu. They got all a bunch of stuff. I had $40 worth of sushi for lunch today. Delicious. It was.
You had $40 worth of sushi.
Oh yeah.
A lot of fucking sushi.
I had lots of nigiri, sashimi, maki rolls, which is just seaweed, fish, and rice. And you know when the seaweed is good is when it's not super fishy. Oh my god! And it had like that snap. Oh my fucking god! It was so good. And then a couple specialty rolls. I had a lot of sushi today, and it was delicious. And my brother looked at it and went, "Gross. Grow up, okay? It's time to eat sushi. Go fuck yourself." Now I can make an actual joke. It's true. Sushi's delicious. It doesn't taste like fish.
It doesn't, no. Like fish sticks taste like fish.
Yes. Sushi doesn't taste like fish. Good sushi doesn't, at least. I don't know about...
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the Midwest and I still get decent sushi.
Yeah. Well,
because I don't really know what good sushi is, but I've never had it close to anywhere.
I've had sushi in Japan. It's actually more about the ingredients than the fish, to be honest with you. Especially like tuna. Tuna doesn't have a flavor. Salmon does, though. Salmon's got a good flavor, like a fatty flavor. Mm-hmm. Buttery. Love it. But yeah. Your turn.
Mine is going to go to, I don't know. Well, to parents that let their kids at way too young, that don't monitor what their kids watch at too young of an age. Like, I've had kids coming in singing extremely inappropriate songs at practices and stuff. And, like, censor your kids just a little bit. Like, they're 7 years old. They do not need to be listening to fucking the shit that they are listening to. So, do better. Go fuck yourself.
Do better. I was singing Friends in Low Places as a kid.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
It's not. It's
how many swear words are in Friends in Low Places?
I guess that's fair. I mean, 90s country music didn't have any swear words, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what makes... There was kids swearing.
There it is.
I had one kid come up to me and go, the kids over there are talking about inappropriate things. A 7-year-old said that to me.
You let your kids swear?
I do.
Okay.
But they don't listen to that. But they don't listen to that kind of, like, they don't listen to the music and stuff like that. And they know I've taught them the appropriate places to do that kind of stuff.
That's true. That is true. I do agree with your style of parenting when it comes to swearing. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. Because they're going to swear anyways. Mm-hmm. Might as well make them good at it.
Exactly. You don't want to sound like a fucking idiot when you're trying to swear at somebody.
Yeah, that's true. But today we're talking food, which is why my shot against was also food related. What do you think personally is the most interesting thing you've ever eaten? Like
The most interesting?
the most interesting thing, something completely off the wall.
I would say it would have to be a pulled pork. I can't think of the word. Gordon Ramsay's famous dish.
Oh,
Uh,
beef Wellington?
yes, a pulled pork Wellington.
Kind of sounds good. I'm not gonna lie to
It
you.
was fucking amazing.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure I have wet dreams about this dish still.
I think I might too. That sounds really good, actually. Now that
Oh,
you
it was
say
so good. So it was like the Wellington, like with the puff pastry and the prosciutto and stuff. But on the inside, he had pulled pork with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, you didn't say that part. That sounds really fucking good.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, it was. They won. So they do like this Porkapalooza every year in
This
our
is
downtown area.
when they fuck a bunch of fat chicks, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah. But then the fat chicks get to decide what the best pork dish is,
Oh, good. Gotcha. Yes.
to keep them going.
Yes.
And yeah, that one won. And yeah,
That sounds good. I'm not gonna lie.
it was
That actually
it
sounds
was
good.
so off the wall because I was looking at it and I'm like, wait, so this is like pork with mashed potatoes inside of like a dinner roll
I think
almost?
that's what sold it for you was the mashed potatoes on the inside.
Oh yeah, mashed potatoes anywheres.
Oh, that's so smart.
My buddy's mom did also make. They were like, she's Armenian, and they were like these little like fried dumplings that were about that big,
Pierogi.
and they had mashed potatoes inside of them. No, but these were like fried, like they were. Yeah, they were really good.
Dip it in
I've had-
gravy. I could do that.
I've had pierogies before. Oh, I just ate these things fucking straight.
Okay.
Ate like a tray of them.
God damn. See, I've eaten a lot of weird food, but I gotta say I haven't eaten a lot of good food.
See, I guess to me, I mean, I've probably eaten weirder stuff, but I just remember the good stuff.
That's fair.
You know.
Well, the weirdest thing I've ever eaten was a live squid on a stick.
That'd be weird. I'd do it. I don't know if I could do it.
You have to build up to it. I'm not even gonna lie. It takes.
Oh, I bet.
It's a mental thing. So you get it, and you like position your throat a certain way, and you slide it into the back, and then you pinch with your tongue against the roof of your mouth, and slide it off the stick, and it falls straight down. It's tied a certain way so that it won't like open up and suffocate you. But yeah, it's not very big either. But yeah, and so it dies in your stomach as you're digesting it.
That's doesn't sound fun.
I felt like there was an alien in my stomach.
I have to feel like that would be like just a dare to eat it, or
Oh,
like
it was. It
prove I'm a
absolutely
man
was.
to eat it.
It was a dare. I was in high school. I was a freshman. It was
Yeah.
absolutely a dare.
But like, why are people out serving this as a regular dish? Like the fact that you have to like try to avoid tasting it or chewing it.
The only answer I have for you is Koreans.
I mean, like you have to tie it a certain way so it doesn't kill you. What the fuck?
Didn't taste good. It made me really full though.
Yeah, I bet that's because it was sloshing around trying to get out.
I think they debeaked them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have to at that point. Yeah. Yeah. The shit I took the next day was really stinky.
I bet.
It was like I've had guinea pig and horse and dog. Dog was an accident. I want that on record.
Yeah.
It was at a McDonald's.
Oof.
Dog burger.
See, I saw a thing on. I read an article about a family that actually does guinea pig in New York on the streets.
Bold.
Yeah.
I mean, they're made to be eaten, technically, like
Yeah.
rabbits. People like.
Yeah.
I mean, right? You eat rabbits. So.
Yeah. Turtles. Turtles get eaten.
Turtle soup. They come with their own bowl.
Yeah.
It's attached. Like good food wise though, I can't say there's been like I've had really good food in certain instances at certain places. Like best food I ever had was a bowl about this big in Korea. It was on the ocean. You went in there. It was spicy ramen, but they just whatever they had left over crustacean wise, they just threw it in the pot and boiled it in the hot ramen broth. So I had like oysters, crawfish, well not like some kind of crayfish, fish, crab, like anything they found and they had left over, they just threw it in there, the big old pot, and they just served it up. And it was fucking delicious, and it was less than $5.
Well, yeah, that's because it was their leftover soup water.
It was their leftover fish. The soup was made fresh every day. And it was so good. Especially if you've been out drinking. Oh, yeah, with plenty of veggies in it and stuff. That's the best. Oh, man.
Oh.
Not a huge fan of
gross.
All those fishy bits.
No.
Made the broth really good. It was really
But
spicy.
I mean, I live in the Midwest, so it's not like we get a ton of really good fish. All the fish around here is fishy fish.
Oh,
like catfish.
It was not fishy.
Like catfish around here is real fishy.
I believe it.
Yeah,
no, I get it. That's fair. We need to get you to Mexico.
No. I mean, yeah. You think about it, I mean, they're swimming around in a lake of their own filth for 5-10 years.
And eating it.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They're bottom feeders. They're gross fish.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, Alaskan salmon, I want to try that.
Yeah.
Like, catch it and then cook it right there. That would be fun. Just all the bears is the...
Shermia.
When we cook the fish.
Flares.
All the bears.
Shoot a flare at them.
Light a bear on fire.
Yeah.
And then, like, of course, I know what your favorite food is, which is potatoes and meat, right? You're very
much
a dude in that instance. You're just...
It's just my comfort food. Like, if you want to make me happy, if you want to serve me a meal, you do mashed potatoes, gravy, and it can be any kind of meat. Maybe not fish, but pork, chicken, deer, elk. You give me a slab of meat. It doesn't even have to be a slab. It can be pulled. It can be whatever.
That's actually what Junior makes all the time. He's not a very big into cooking. He'll get ground beef, season it, brown it, pour in a packet of gravy and add water and make it just this gravy ground beef and throw it over mashed potatoes, and he's happy. Happier as shit.
It's an amazing meal.
It is. And so that's your comfort food. Mine is things that taste like vinegar, which is why I always ask for your wife to bring pickles whenever I see you guys, because I tear up those pickles. I love vinegar, and I love vinegar-esque things like sauerkraut. And then Korea, a lot of their stuff is made with vinegar. That's why I liked it so much over there.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, then it always came with kimchi, which is very vinegary. It's just, you could eat that with everything. So that's where and there's no cult.
And kimchi is just fermented cabbage, correct?
Mm-hmm. With like spices. It's usually pretty spicy. Yeah. Or you do cucumber kimchi. You get to put it's an art form now, but yeah, essentially, it's fucking delicious. If you've never had it. But that's my comfort food is pickles. Actually, I saw a recipe for pickled carrots that I'm really excited to try.
Pickled carrot?
Mm-hmm. I love carrots.
Well, we've canned carrots, but I've never heard of pickling them.
It takes like 3 weeks, too. It takes a while. I'll send you the article.
You can pickle anything, so.
It's true. Pickled red onions. I love putting pickled red onions on my sandwiches or in salads.
You know the one place I found that I don't like them?
Where?
Burritos.
Oh, yeah.
They have them at Qdoba, and I saw them, and I'm like, ooh, I love fucking pickled red onions. Let's throw some of them on there. I started eating it, and I'm like, this is not the action.
Do you guys have Freebirds up there?
We do not. Freebirds is very local to Texas.
Oh, that sucks. They have like a lot of options and stuff, right? Best thing they do is they put queso and roasted potatoes in your burrito.
I've been to a Freebirds once. It was quite a few years ago.
Awesome. I think it's best out of the three.
You want to hear the funny way of how I found out about Freebirds? So before I met you guys, before we had kids, I started playing Call of Duty, and I got into like a I don't know what you'd call it now, clan.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was like a serious clan. Like they had like meetings on Sunday evenings and like officers and stuff. But we were actually really good. Like we would go like in Modern Warfare 2. There was one time we went. Nobody on our team died, and we killed everybody and got it was like, was it 60-0?
That's pretty impressive. Okay, that's impressive. That's
yeah. Like, but there was people from all over the country, and I told one of them, like, I was like, oh yeah, we're going to Texas. They're like, oh, you got to go to Freebird. So we flew into Texas and then flew into Dallas and then drove through Denton and went to Freebirds.
It's good.
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked the different options on tortillas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, you wouldn't think that that's such a big deal, but it was.
Oh, it is.
It was a solid thing.
It's your base. It's where everything.
It is.
It's what holds it all together, man.
I'm not gonna lie. If you can get me like a good tortilla, it doesn't have to have like flavor or anything like that, though.
Well, yeah.
Like just like a good homemade tortilla.
That's the kicker. With butter and lard made into the dough already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like my kids have found the weakness in me to be going out to eat. Like they want to go out for lunch every day because they're kids. But they don't ask to go to McDonald's anymore or Freddy's or anything like that. You know where they ask me if I want to go?
That Mexican food truck?
Yeah, Dad, you want to go get the taco truck today? You're fucking right, I want to go get the taco truck today. God damn it.
Little bastards. It's not like they eat anything fancy when they eat at that taco truck.
They get cheese quesadillas that we can make at home. Like, we literally have all the ingredients to make it. They just want to go there. I think they just like the bottled Mexican Coke.
Oh, yeah.
And the Warritas, whatever they're called.
Jarritos?
Jarritos.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned so much about Mexican food in like the last 2 months.
I'm proud of you.
They only do burrito tacos on Saturdays, except it's a stew.
Oh, I love birria. That shit's so good.
And they do a lot of beef cheek, which I thought was kind of weird.
Barbacoa, yeah, super common.
Especially and then the other taco truck does beef tongue.
Part of barbacoa, it's all the beef face. It's all the same shit.
Yeah,
it's good.
Well, it's not. I mean,
it's
the
good.
tongue takes a lot of work.
You have to boil it like 3 or 4 times, I think.
Yeah, it's like takes like a 4 or 5 hour process of like peeling layer after layer off.
You used to have to bury barbacoa, so I mean, which our cuisine's weird, but it's tasty.
Is it really weird though? Like if you think about it,
I had a burrito last week that had brain in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get a disease. Maybe. Or a parasite.
Probably.
Isn't that where Outbreak came from?
Is it? Probably. It was good. It was kind of squishy, but...
Isn't that where COVID came from?
No, that was bat shit.
Bat brain?
That's someone fucked a bat. Someone fucked a bat. You have to fuck the animal to get the disease, not eat them.
Yeah, I thought you just had to eat their brain.
No, you have to fuck them.
Oh.
Everyone says it came from monkey. AIDS came from monkey brain, eating monkey brain, but it was from fucking monkeys, which is a thing. Like it's a well documented thing.
That's weird.
It's super gross. Don't get on YouTube late at night and let it autoplay. You wake up to some weird shit.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole with you.
Okay.
Not doing it. Not doing it. Not gonna happen.
But obviously, I like vinegar things, right? But my favorite food ever, my favorite thing to eat, if I can ever eat it, usually my answer used to be Thanksgiving. It has now changed to prime rib. 100%.
I'm not a prime rib fan.
What's wrong with you?
Maybe I've never had good prime rib, or I don't know.
It's possible. The seller for it is the au jus that you make using all the drippings and the mirepoix. That's the selling point for me. My dad does it so well.
See, I find it weird if you have to have... Is it really that good if you have to have something else with it?
I mean, it's a selling point, but I would gladly eat without it. Like, 100%. Okay. No complaints. It's just... But I like the taste of meat. I guess a lot of people don't.
But, like, if you're eating a piece of fried chicken, are you like, you know what I really love about the fried chicken? The gravy that I dip it in. Nope. You just love the fried chicken. So if
Okay.
you really love the prime rib, shouldn't you just really love the prime rib and not the extras that go with it?
If you get served this and you have the option to use this ingredient, would you not use the ingredient? It's part
That's not
of the
that's
meal.
not what I'm saying.
It's part
You
of the
said that
meal.
that's what you're excited for. So
I
it's not
am.
necessarily the prime rib, it's the drippings of the
I'm
prime rib.
excited what the drippings taste like with the meat, mashed potatoes, and green beans. I like it all together. Because I don't eat like one at a time. I get a fork and I stab each single thing, dip it, and eat it.
Yeah, well, I don't expect you to be a fucking serial killer.
That's true.
You ever met somebody like that?
Yes.
Who like separates their food on their plates and like
Yes.
things can't touch and
But he's certifiably autistic, so diagnosed. So it's like okay, I get it. But when I was a little kid, they used to give me the food, to put it in a bowl. Everyone else was eating in plates because I would just and then start shoveling it into my mouth. I'd still eat like that if people didn't think it was gross.
I don't know why you care what other people think.
Only when I really like them. My girlfriend thinks it's gross.
Oh.
So when I'm home alone.
I'm gonna say, isn't that like how you're supposed to eat a burrito? Like
Yeah. Now,
everything's supposed to be mixed up.
what is your go-to meal at home though? Because I have one. I'll wait to share it.
Go to
Something that like you don't know what to cook, and it's just like I'll just make this. Like it's good, everybody likes it. I'm just gonna make this.
cheeseburgers, smash burgers. I mean, they take me fucking 20 minutes to make, and they're never bad. I mean, they're not the best things in the world,
I like your smash
But they're-
burgers actually.
but I mean, they're super simple. Couple pounds of hamburger meat. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I've tried to get fancy with burgers in the past and put like ground pork with them and things like that. And if you mix beef and pork, like a third pork to like 2/3 beef, it creates a much better burger. Oh yeah, it's fucking good. But it's just a lot of work to get it mixed up. And like the big thing with like smash burgers, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like the thing on why you make smash burgers is because you're keeping a lot of that. Like when you mix hamburger meat, you mix anything up and then you put it into balls, and if you add stuff to it and season it beforehand and then make patties, you're getting so much of that fat that comes out onto your hands and then gets washed away. Versus if you just take it, put it into a ball, smash it on your grill, all of that juice and fat is staying with your burger. And that's actually why they taste better.
That makes sense though. Fat's flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done ranch burgers yet?
What do you mean by ranch burgers? Like put ranch dressing on top of my burgers?
No, you take the ranch
Or
packet.
put ranch seasoning?
The seasoning, yes.
Yeah. We don't have packets anymore. We buy the big thing
You
of
buy
Hidden
it-
Valley.
You buy it by bulk.
Have you met my kids?
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair.
We're having pizza for supper. Cool. Can I get ranch?
But have you tried mixing the ranch seasoning with the burger?
I haven't put it on burgers. I've put it on. I do it a lot on chicken though. Like I'll just like be grilling chicken on my flat top and then sprinkle ranch seasoning over the top. That's good.
Yeah. Marinating chicken in Italian dressing's good. Have you ever tried that?
I've
yet?
done that.
Yeah.
Yep. I did that. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
I like it.
It's okay.
Did you add
It's not
soy
great.
sauce?
Yeah,
Did I tell you to do this?
sometimes. I've done I prefer like a teriyaki type chicken.
That makes sense. My dad's the same way. No, but you take one packet of ranch seasoning for like, I don't know, pound and a half of hamburger meat, breadcrumb, and an egg. Done. And everyone in my family likes it. Then to the point where my nephews won't eat another burger, but they'll get a patty with a fork and just start eating it. But
Yeah.
it tastes like ranch, and they're kids, so it's like
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. But it's easy, you know.
But it's also different times of year and who's cooking. Like for me, smash burgers are probably my staple. But like if it's the winter, my wife will make chili twice a month. You know.
Yeah, no.
Or
Beans belong in
what
chili, by the way.
what I've been told is a very Midwestern thing, tater tot casserole.
Yes, that is in fact a Midwestern thing, but it's delicious. It's super good.
Which I think casseroles in general are kind of a Midwestern thing.
Kind of, from what I've seen, a little bit, but
But like everybody knows what shepherd's pie is. I mean, and that's just a fucking casserole with like that's the ultimate casserole with mashed potatoes on top.
well, are you talking about shepherd's pie or rancher's pie?
Well, they're the same thing. I think it's a different type of meat, isn't it? Isn't one shepherd's pie lamb and rancher's pie is beef?
I will not eat shepherd's pie.
Why?
I don't like lamb. Like
Why?
I don't. There's something with a flavor. I don't know.
You ever
what
had
it is.
lamb chislick?
I've had really good lamb from a Brazilian steakhouse. Right, great lamb. Everyone else loved it. Hated it. I don't know.
You ever
what
had
it
lamb
is.
chislick?
I don't know what that is.
Chislick?
No.
This must be another. I think this is a Midwestern thing. So, lamb chislick is where they cut little tiny blocks of the meat and they put it on skewers and they flash fry it for like 30 seconds. Not even, probably like 10 to 15 at like 300 degrees. And it gets like crispy, but it's still really tender. And then you season it with garlic salt. It's a huge staple up here.
It sounds
Chislick.
good if it didn't have lamb in it.
Lamb is that? I mean, they do beef chislick too,
I'll eat the fuck out of that.
but lamb chislick is better. I've had both.
Well, I'm always happy to try anything, except anal. But like,
Had a bad experience.
yeah. Fuck you, Dr. Furnower. Just me and lamb don't get along. I just don't like the flavor. Which I mean, I've tried several times, but
There's things like that, you know. I mean, if you've never like deer can be really hit or miss. Like you can get super gamey deer, and you can get really good deer.
that's true. And it depends on what the deer ate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, down here we get gamey deer because they eat a lot of sage.
And same with like, I mean, even waterfowl, geese, ducks, you know, things like that can be really good or really bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The thing that I've learned is to at least give it a try, right? And I've also I really want to start, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Is the 75% portion rule from Red Rising?
Oh, I think it's 80.
Is it 80? Oh, that's even
It's 80.
better. But I just can't. Sometimes, especially when it's really good, I don't have that self control. If it's
You
really
leave-
good,
You leave 20% to show that the food didn't overpower you.
it overpowered the fuck out of me. It took me down. It is what it is. I don't know. And my girlfriend's mom is an amazing cook, and I say that because the way I was taught to cook was to use onion powder, garlic powder, you know, just basically ground up seasonings to give your dishes flavor. She gets an onion and sautés it and gets all the vegetables and incorporates it into the dish, and it tastes better overall. It does. It tastes better.
Yeah, I mean,
Takes a lot longer.
fresh over,
Dry.
you know.
Yeah. So, just
Yeah.
every single thing that lady has made for me, I have destroyed and gotten seconds. I mean, it is what it is. They make chicken cordon bleu, but they do it with pork instead, and I think that's significantly better than chicken cordon bleu.
Wasn't that like a porkapalooza there? Like,
Oh yeah,
pork is ham,
pork
I mean-
ham, and you know what she puts on top?
bacon.
Bacon crumbles, baby. It's so good, but you know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with bacon.
And you know what's really good and people don't know or they're too scared to try? Insects. Insects taste delicious. Specifically fried grasshoppers, crickets. Never had cockroaches. I think that's a little too gross. Scorpions, but stuff like that. They're, I don't know. It's a thing.
Oh, weird. Like grasshoppers, crickets, not cockroaches though. Fuck them guys. Like,
I've made a tea out of ants that I found because you would eat them and they taste like a lemon drop, like the candy.
you're not supposed to eat ants.
No,
Ants are supposed to be too acidic.
I ate the shit out of some ants. Well, I made a tea out of them, but yeah.
You're not supposed to eat ants because they're too acidic.
No, I do it. I did it. I'm not gonna do that again. Like unless I'm dying.
What about Rocky Mountain oysters? You ever had any Rocky Mountain oysters?
Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, not very good.
I can't imagine.
No. Like I said, I'll try anything at least once.
Bull penis? Will you eat a dick?
I'll try it.
You would? Really?
Maybe.
I'm not. Nope. No dicks in my mouth.
I could try it.
Cooked, not cooked, doesn't matter.
So you don't like a raw? Is what I'm hearing. You don't.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
Got it.
No raw. No raw. No cooked.
I mean, if you eat a sea urchin, which is very popular in sushi, it's sea urchin's uterus.
Yeah, that's a woman. I eat tacos.
Clams.
Clams.
I can't wait for the seasons of oysters. San Antonio does a huge thing with oyster bake. Oh, that's gonna be so good. My uncle and I are the only ones that eat it, though.
The only thing I have to look forward to would be fucking red lobsters.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
My uncle, when we do our annual crawfish boil, my uncle and I will get some oysters that we make for ourselves. A little Tabasco sauce, a little lime juice.
We used to. That used to be our Christmas meal when I was growing up. My grandma would make oyster stew.
That could be good.
And that was every year. And they quit doing it when I was too young, so I never actually tried it. They always would make this shrimp soup with it was like a cream based, and they would use like these tiny little fucking shrimp.
Oh, the canned shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had those before. Potted shrimp. They're not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was what I grew up, and I'd fucking have a ham sandwich and dip that ham sandwich in that motherfucker. And
have you ever had canned sardines?
Yes.
I think they're actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, we used to eat smoked oysters all the time out of the little can that you flip the lid up and get smoked oysters with some crackers.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It smells awful.
Fucking I grew up poor.
I didn't, but my grandparents ate that.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Try it, just try it." Okay. Because I'm an idiot.
Or do you remember the cheese balls that used to come in the canister? Did you ever have those? And you had to like pop the top kind of like that. Yeah. There was a cheese balls.
Yeah,
I think they were like Planters or something, and they were hands down the best cheese balls ever.
Oh yeah, they definitely have cancer because of them. But
yeah, that's fine. I beat it.
Did you?
Yeah, I've had cancer before. It's gone.
You had it once on your nose, you fucking big old baby.
Yeah, that's once. Beat it. Next, please.
I want you to tell someone who is currently going through like radiation treatment with leukemia that you beat cancer.
Okay.
And I want you to tell them your story. Like, I want them to be 40 pounds, bald, frail, and in pain every day. I want you to say that.
40 pounds?
Yeah. The lady...
They would be dead.
No, the lady I transferred 2 days ago was 50. She was going to hospice, but she was 50 pounds.
Yeah, and what was she, 4 foot tall?
She was 5'6" ish. It was like an old height. Now she's just like a little... I mean, we had to like carry her to our house, like into the house, through a bunch of corridors that the stretcher wouldn't fit in, so we just picked her up with the sheet and carried her because she weighed 50 pounds. Like,
yeah.
Didn't do it.
My 7-year-old weighs more than 50 pounds.
See? My dogs weigh more than 50 pounds.
Yeah, both my dogs do.
So it's just... I want you to look her in the eyes and say, I beat cancer.
That's fine.
Okay. Good.
And then I'll tell her not to fucking judge me.
Usually those people are really nice.
The guy she's going to go meet can, but she can't.
If she was a good person, because we don't know if she was a piece of shit. This could be punishment.
Maybe. I don't know.
You never know.
I'm not him, so I don't get to make those decisions.
That's super fair.
I don't get to judge.
I swear I met his son at a bar once. Legitimately.
Yeah?
It was a very profound experience for me. Could have been just some Mexican dude fucking with me, but yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely. But it was still a cool experience.
Okay. From what I've seen, Mexican dudes really like to fuck with people.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like the internet has been good to your people.
Yeah. Well, my people don't give a shit, though. That's the big thing.
Some of them do.
He does get rid of those.
Mainly the girls.
Yeah.
Like...
Latinas are crazy. Just leave them alone.
They are.
Leave them the fuck alone. All right, just Just
They'll make some bomb ass food though.
well, yeah, they'll get you fat as shit so you can't run.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it? Yeah, no, they're great.
Why isn't it?
Because
it's security for both of you.
I guess that's fair. Oh, that wasn't Fireball.
No. It was barefaced.
Bareface. I started that supplement. I've been drinking a lot less. A lot more energy in the morning. Pretty happy. Wiener's harder. Love it.
How do you have that issue? I'm almost 40 years old and I have never had an issue with my wiener not being hard.
I don't have an issue with it not being hard. It's just like it's harder. Like it's not a thing you notice until it's like calm down and kind of hurts a little bit. You know what I mean? You've had those. You've had to have those boners that are like so hard.
I still have those.
You've got some good blood flow with vaping too. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty good. At your age, I'm just saying, like that's really good. Like those guys that are on like testosterone and stuff, I do not agree with whatsoever.
Why?
Your body is supposed to lose testosterone as you age. That's homeostasis. You're supposed to do that. Taking extra testosterone increases your chances of stroke, heart attack, like a bunch of stuff. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So you feel more masculine? Go to the gym.
But it increases those chances, but
by a lot, not by a small amount. It's not like eating McDonald's. It's a lot. It's a medication and a hormone. That's very dangerous. You got to be very careful, and people aren't. But
so I should quit taking the testosterone.
Are you taking testosterone?
No,
I didn't think you were.
I don't need that shit.
See, look at him. I don't need it. I don't either. But I know the health risks. I just don't think it's worth it.
I don't know if I believe the health risks, but I've really started not believing a lot of the. There's too much capitalism in healthcare and all that stuff, which I am very for capitalism. But there's too much when it you don't get to turn it off in the areas that you want to and the areas that you don't want to. And so a huge area to make money in is the health, fitness, and that kind of area. And so there's a ton of stuff out there that's geared to be healthy. That's fucking horseshit for you. And then I'm sure there's a ton of healthy shit that they're like, hey, we can't make a bunch of money off this. So to get people to take this stuff, we're going to say that stuff's bad.
I mean, milk's not as good for you as everyone was led to believe in the 90s.
There was a point when they said you weren't supposed to eat eggs.
Really? Eggs are awesome.
Yeah, eggs were supposed to be super high in cholesterol, and so you shouldn't be eating eggs because it gave you way too much cholesterol.
I mean, not really.
So I found this old cookbook. It was a cousin's crusade against cancer. In the back
the old food
is the
pyramid.
Food pyramid.
Oh my god, look at all the carbs.
You're supposed to eat 6 to 11 servings of carbs a day.
Oh my god, no way. Well, at least the fruits and vegetables. Well, the fruits is too high too. You should not be eating that many fruits.
2 to 4?
Yeah, no. Lots of sugar. You should have high, medium carb.
And, your red meat vegetable. Here, meat and poultry, 2 to 3. That should be the consistency of your fucking diet. Meat's so good for you. 2
to 3 servings a day is good for meat. I'd say 3 servings of meat a day is decent.
So
I'd say that's pretty on par. But that's a lot of carbs.
That's so many carbs.
That's like if you're trying to survive a war,
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is why America got fat.
Yeah.
You want to know where the obesity crisis came from? It came from that right fucking there. People who said eat 6 to 11 servings of carbs a day. And people went, wait, 6 to 11 servings? That means I should have 2 to 3 amount of servings of pasta when I have my chicken Alfredo and half the amount of chicken. Let's do that.
And the food pyramid's dumb anyway in any form because everyone's different. Your needs are different. Well, actually, your needs are probably pretty similar to my needs, but your needs are different than your wife's needs, than Holly's needs, than your kids' needs. Your kids need to eat carbs right now and protein.
Yeah,
They
100%.
Yeah, and vegetables, but fruits, not really.
They like fruits though, so I'm not going to tell you not to eat them.
I mean, that's fair. It builds a healthy diet. Fruits are definitely better for you than like candy,
Exactly.
So, fats.
And watermelon. I mean, watermelon is 90% water anyway, so fucking eat as much. You can eat as much watermelon as you want.
Same as cucumbers.
Celery.
Mm.
But who likes to eat cucumbers? Like, even the word's not even fun to say. So you'll eat a whole, not a pickle.
Oh, yeah. You get a cucumber like slice. You put a little salt on it. Delicious.
How many are you gonna eat?
Like more than a handful.
So like
half a
because we can take
half a cucumber. We'll just go with
half a cucumber. You'll eat a half a cucumber. If I gave you an 8-inch sausage sliced into slices with some cheese,
I'll eat the whole goddamn thing. But that's personal preference. Okay?
No,
don't go there.
That's normal. Nobody likes fucking cucumbers.
I like cucumbers. I think they taste good.
No, you don't.
I actually love them in sandwiches.
Yeah, maybe in a sandwich to give you a little crunch.
Yeah, the crunch.
Again,
well, because I can't eat lettuce.
I think you're just talking about pickles.
No, cucumbers.
I think you are.
Will I put red wine vinegar on
my
sandwiches? Absolutely.
So do you go to Jersey Mike's and have it Mike's way?
Oh, every time. Extra pickles.
I saw him doing that one time, and I'm like, they're like, and then they asked me, they're like, do you want it Mike's way? And I'm like, is that what you just did? She's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want you to drown my sandwich. I like my bread moist.
So they do that
into the
giant pile of iceberg lettuce because it turns it into more of a slaw. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, I don't get lettuce on my sandwiches.
Oh, well then yeah, don't do Mike's way. It's too much liquid.
You don't get lettuce either.
I know. If I'm going to Jersey Mike's, I'm getting lettuce. I know what I'm about, and I'm going to fuck my stomach up for that day, but I'm going to enjoy my Jersey Mike's. If I'm going to Subway, I won't. But
well, that's because you're not even getting real bread.
Yeah, cake. I think legally it's cake.
That's the best way to describe it. Can I get meat on cake, please?
It's what it is, and it's delicious. It's good. It's better than Jimmy John's.
Why?
I would love an Olive Garden breadstick as my sandwich bread. Thank you.
I don't know if you're being serious right now or not.
Their bread is super hard and tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I will agree. I don't like Jimmy John's bread that much. Which, you know what works really well for me though? Our Jimmy John's is located right next to a Qdoba. So when like my wife and kids want Jimmy John's, I just go to Qdoba and get a burrito and then get them Jimmy John's.
That's smart. No worries.
It's fucking glorious.
Jimmy John's has great meat and cheeses, but they won't put pickles on your sandwich, so that's a big red flag. Fuck you. I want pickles on my sandwich.
How is it hard to have meat and cheese? How is it hard to have good meat and cheese on a sandwich? Like, have you ever had bad meat and cheese on a sandwich?
Yeah.
Where?
Mom and pop shops all over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I like over-processed salty meat.
Oh, yeah.
It's just who I am. Like Oscar Mayer, you know how they sell the yellow lid packages of meat, lunch meat?
Yeah.
I will eat those in just those.
Grew up poor. I
will literally just grab slices of that. I had the ham and cheese, square ham with cheese in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I had that.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
And the regular bologna in the fridge in the RV on our camping trip, and that was my snack constantly.
Did you ever fry it?
Bologna?
Yeah, fried bologna sandwiches.
Have I never talked about bologna bowls?
No.
Oh my fuck! I'll make this shit to this day.
Is that like a hot dog bowl?
It's better. If I'm really hungover, I'll make a bologna bowl. And so you put a couple slices of bologna in a bowl, right? Or like surround the bowl. You put a couple slices of American cheese. You crack an egg in it, and you microwave it. Shit. It's a poor man's meal, and it's delicious.
What is that? The weirdest snack that you eat?
No. Well,
no?
Probably, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably a really weird snack right there.
Probably. Because I eat Doritos, like nacho cheese Doritos. I'll get a small bag, and I'll squeeze a whole lime into it and put tahini and shake it. And I'll eat that.
What's tahine?
It's like a chili lime salt.
Okay.
It's really Mexican, but it's really good. I like lime with nacho cheese Doritos alone. Delicious. Can't let it soak for too long. You gotta eat fast. It gets soggy. But I guess the bologna bowl. But the bologna bowl's a staple. It's like you can Google a bologna bowl and it'll come up.
That's fucking weird.
You can even get like bread and toast it and then cut it up and dip it into the egg and cheese. Fuck yeah. That whole meal's like $2. No, it's like 50 cents actually.
It's fucking like a heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, hell yeah. But it's delicious.
Whoa. My weird meal
Let's hear it.
that I love, I actually served it to my kids like 3 days ago. Fried egg on peanut butter toast.
You've talked about this before. And it sounds gross because I don't like peanut butter.
Yep. It's super good though. Like, I love the combination of the yolk and the peanut butter together. It's fucking good. Just delicious. But I can put peanut butter on a lot of things. Like I eat peanut butter on pancakes, French toast, waffles.
But that makes sense because it's sweet.
Yeah.
This is savory plus sweet, so it's a
Yeah, but waffle itself isn't sweet.
cake batter.
The maple syrup is.
It's waffle batter. It's sweet.
Waffle batter isn't sweet. Pancake batter isn't sweet.
It's flour, which has sugar, which makes it sweet.
Flour and sugar are different things.
If flour has glucose, that's what the fermentation process is when you make bread, which makes it sweet.
It's not bread though. It's flour, which is just ground down wheat with milk,
Which
eggs.
has glucose in it, which is
Just because it turns into sugar into your body doesn't mean just because your body takes cheese and the glucose turns into sugar does not mean that has to be a sweet thing.
The
next
time you eat pancakes, take a bite and chew it for 10 seconds.
Why?
Because the glucose will be all in your mouth and you'll taste the sweet.
The sweet will be I'm going to eat it with syrup, so that'll be the sweet.
Just do it so you can see what I'm talking about. Like it's a thing. It's a thing.
No.
Yep.
Not going to do it because I'm going to eat it with syrup.
Well, I have some syrup from Canada right now.
Fuck Canada.
They got good syrup.
Maybe. Still fuck Canada.
Okay. Fuck. Right? Is this a political thing? I don't know what's going on.
Kind of.
Oh.
I used to really like Canada. I was really like, shit hits the fan. I'm just going to go north into Canada. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, fuck you, Canada.
I wouldn't do that. Canada does not have this shit together.
They don't.
You know who's worse than Canada, though?
Mexico?
The French.
Well, yeah.
Fuck the French.
Aren't they also owned by Great Britain?
France isn't owned by Great Britain.
Will be.
Mexico, I could survive. I can get by in Mexico.
I could just because of the food.
You'd last about a week in Mexico, I think.
A week?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's all skin color, man. At that point, I'm sorry. That's all it is. Yeah. That's like saying you're gonna go live with the Sunni tribe.
Put your arm up. Yeah. I'm dark. We compared arms when we were camping. I was just as dark as you.
You're not anymore, dude. I've been spending a lot of time in the sun. I'm a little chocolate chip now.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Matt, you still look white though. You're white. You're
That's
Caucasian
fine.
from the mountains of Caucasus. You're
Caucasus?
Have you never seen that Cat Williams skit?
Yeah, I have, but you didn't say it right.
Oh, did I not?
It's not Caucasus. Yeah. That's why I was giving you shit. Because if you're going to do it, you have to do it right. Just saying.
Hey, what are we gonna play
Yeah,
after
do
this? What are we gonna play after this?
Play? Oh. Obviously the usual.
Okay, cool.
Because I haven't downloaded any new games or bought any new games.
Have
So
you updated it? By the way, there was a 6 gig update. So
no, I'll do that before I leave.
Well, yeah, I gotta take out the trash and stuff. So.
Yeah, we should say goodbye to our guests and visitors, though.
Good night, Brittany. Thanks for listening again.
She actually bugged me to upload our last 2 episodes because I hadn't done that yet.
Ooh, she's a fan. It is really nice to see. Makes me happy.
So, all right. Well, this was another fantastic episode of the Sammies and Beer podcast, talking about all things food. I didn't even get into some weird stuff that I saw in the cookbook that I had, other than the
pyramid.
The pyramid.
The How to Get Fat pyramid.
Yeah, right. So, thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back next Thursday as we inch closer to our 1-year mark. And we might have some special things going on for the 1-year anniversary of the Sammies and Beer podcast. You never know.
Matt's nipples pierced. Be there.
No, that's not. That's not it. No.
What if I could get like 2,000?
It doesn't matter. I'm not doing it.
2,000 viewers.
I'm not piercing my nipples.
Just one. The not
you
gay
can
one.
Do it.
The not gay
you
one.
Can do
no,
it.
that's not funny enough. I'll do it. Like, it's not a problem. That makes it not funny. It needs to be. You need to be reluctant.
Yeah, no.
What if we get to a million subscribers?
Thank you all so much for stopping by. We appreciate y'all so much.
He's gonna do it.
We will see you all next Thursday. Final words, Thomas.
Goodbye.
Toodles.